Alright, welcome back to the third installment of our picture project making series to learn Premiere Pro. Um, you might notice there's a couple extra sequences here since we last were together. I actually decided to try the video to create it first, made it into this, which if you look at the final video on my web page, you can see what this video actually looks like in completed form already, so that you can get an idea what you're supposed to create as you go. So this sequence is now the one I'm going to use to get started. So we've got our music folder, our pictures folder, and our sequence. We're ready to start. I want to bring my music in first because the picture project tends to be highly dependent upon the music and the rhythm. When you drop this in, drag and drop it into the timeline. If you let go here, it's okay. You can always grab it and bring it back. One quick word to note, be careful when you move your mouse to the end of a file. It gives you, instead of a mouse tool, a cutting tool where I can cut something off. That didn't move, it actually cut. Control Z. Moving would be this. So there's a big difference between using your mouse and the cutter. And that works on both sides. Mouse, cutting tool. Now you saw me zoom here. The bottom bar is a scroll bar, but at the end it's a zoom box. So I can zoom in, looking at the timeline, in time closer to what I have. To make a better illustration of this, I'm going to open up, using this triangle, the audio track so I can see the music, at least through its graphical equalization. And what you're going to do here is we're going to zoom in with this box closer and closer. Now I'm looking at 8 seconds in time, 8, 16, 24, 32. If I zoom a little bit more, I can see in 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 seconds. Traditional video editors allow you to go to all the way in, which is 1/30th of a second. Each tick is 1/30th of a second. 30 ticks right here gets us to 1 second. So that would be for each frame of video. Okay, with that in mind, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. That was too close. But you can see the audio's EQ wavelength. So I'm going to play that. Bass, bass, so you can see where things are to help you line up things to the beat. So I'm going to click back over here. Wherever you click in the timeline, the current time indicator will go there. You can also slide it there, your choice. So about time. So this is the time indicator. There's a lot of numbers here beside the seconds that you're seeing. What does this all mean? In a video editing program, time is broken down into 4 parts, starting with the first part, the 17. That is 17 frames. This part, going from the right to the left, this is 3 seconds and 17 frames. That means I am on the 1, 2, 3rd second, 17 out of 30 frames through. When we get to 30 frames, you're going to see that it changes to 4 seconds. Every 30 frames is another second. So that's seconds, frames. This number is minutes, and this is hours for longer movies. Minutes, hours, sorry. Minutes is not there. Hours, minutes, seconds, and frames, wherever you might be on your timeline. Now, this song is a bit long for our picture project. We can learn quite a few skills in just a little over a minute. So we're going to find a certain portion of the song to actually cut the rest of it off, and we'll work with just the front side. You can actually edit music here in a basic format by cutting parts of it out, removing it, and putting the song back together. We'll save that for a different lesson. But for today, we want to at least take some of this song off. So the part of the song is actually right after 1 second, 1 minute. So I'm clicking into about 59 seconds here. I'm going to zoom in so I can see the music. You'll notice when you zoom, it always centers on the current time indicator where it will zoom to. So when I play this, at around 105, the song is going to end abruptly and then go back to the song. We're going to end ours there. I'm going to play now. we're going to cut our song right here. Now to be more careful to cut it as close as we can before the next beat, I'm going to zoom in all the way to 1 frame increments. Okay, I'm going to now play that part. You can see the noise. Here's the next drum beat. It's actually a cymbal or a snare. So right there is where it starts. So this would be the end of this piece, the start of this piece. I'm going to get rid of the second side. 2 ways to do this. I will now zoom out a little bit. The current time indicator stays right there. I could take the razor and cut it and switch back to my mouse pointer and then click on it to delete it. But that was too many steps. I'm going to Control Z and put everything back. Instead of doing that, I'm going to actually use the bracket cutting tool from the end of the track. See, mouse pointer, cutting bracket. And I'm going to cut it back to the line. And now I've got the song as long as I want it. Now the end of the song does end fairly well, but I want to smooth it out a little bit. Any little click that could be there. I can use, from our effects panel over here, there's a few different folders. I want to take an audio, because this is a song, not a video or picture. Not an effect, but just a transition. I'm going to open this folder, open crossfade, and I'm going to choose this one that's already highlighted, constant power. And I'm going to click on it and drag it over here like in solitaire to the end of the clip. And it puts in a transition at the end that is 1 second long. Now it fades it out a little more smoothly. And it sounds better. If I want to change the rate of the fade out, I can simply move my mouse to the end of the effect and get a little bracket tool that will let you cut or shorten the effect or lengthen it, whichever you desire. I'm going to shorten it. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now the song has been trimmed and a little transition for fade has been added to the end, and it should be at the beginning. I'm going to zoom in to make sure I'm touching the beginning. We're ready to start. So at this point we can begin adding pictures and creating our video.